special international webinar kicked off here. Folks, why Unicity? Why now? We're going to address that question. It's probably the number one question worldwide, as Unicity is in 30 countries right now, global company, solid as a rock. The history dates back to 1903 with Rexall drug and when Unicity merged. And folks, Unicity is built to last. Solid as a rock company, a global leader in health and wellness, relationships with some of the world's leading research institutions and universities, including Stanford University, University of Connecticut, Columbia University, the Cleveland Clinic. These clinical studies here on the incredible BioSlife formulation are the top of the line. There's no direct sales company that has better clinical studies than what Unicity has on our BioSlife formulation. Solid leadership, experienced management and leadership led by our CEO, Stuart Hughes. In fact, Stuart spent 15 years on Wall Street. He was the number one franchise owner in the field. Just like everybody listening, Stuart started out in the field, made over $22 million as a franchise owner, and has been with Unicity for 18 years. About 5 years ago, Stuart took over as CEO of the company, and so that's really important because Stuart, being number one distributor out in the field, he knows what all the franchise owners' needs are. He's running the company from that viewpoint, and Unicity is like one big family. We're helping to make life better all over the world now in 30 countries, and that's led by our CEO, Stuart Hughes. You know, folks, we've got a real epidemic happening here in today's health. There's 145 million adults, 35 million children that are overweight or obese. In fact, there's more than 80 million Americans now that have type 2 diabetes or are pre-diabetic. Heart disease now is the leading cause of death, the number one killer. Over 50 million Americans on a diet. It's on the covers of every single magazine. And $55 billion is spent on weight loss every year. That's why weight loss is a recession-proof market, folks, because people are spending a couple $billion every month for diets don't work, and yet they're obsessed with losing fat in inches. It's on everybody's minds and covers here, but yet diets don't work, and people still spend billions of dollars. And the reason that diets don't work is because people get hungry and they can't stick with it. So what's the solution? Folks, the first scientific breakthrough in fat loss in over 30 years is our delicious, clinically proven BioSlife Slim. In fact, it helps to, by just drinking this beverage before you eat, it helps to burn your body's fat. It reduces appetite and craving so you don't overeat. I've been saying for years if somebody could help us from overeating, that would be a blockbuster. But it helps to increase your natural energy, improves cholesterol levels, balances blood sugar, regulates bowel function, and it's clinically proven to be safe, effective, and healthy for fat burning and fat loss. And folks, to explain the key benefits here of what BioSlife Slim is doing, can't think of a better person here. He's the author of Dr. Speak Out. He's been with Unicity for years, and we're going to go to Wichita and hear from Dr. Neil Seacrest. Neil, are you there?
I am, Jim. Thank you. You know, I've been using this formula or some version of it now for over 16 years, and it's interesting because it just keeps getting better. You know, I've had the good fortune to serve on their medical advisory board, their national franchise advisory board, and my experience with this product, this formulation now in its current form of BioSlife Slim, Jim, is really, it spans quite a bit of time. We've got hundreds and really probably closer over the years now, closer to thousands of patients on it. I know there's so many physicians out there that have teamed up with us because of this formula. So these key benefits right here are the bottom line. 4 main topics. Number 1, improving cholesterol. That means increasing the good HDL, which is so very hard to do, at the same time decreasing the bad LDL cholesterol, the stuff that, you know, kind of gets in your arteries and clogs that up. It's dropping triglycerides 70 to 80%. The clinical studies support 40, but quite frankly, clinically, I see 70 to 80%. I had a guy last week that dropped at 100 points. Number 2, it's very good for improving diabetes and pre-diabetes. they expect the population of diabetics to really be half of the U.S. population within the next 20 to 30 years. And so to have a formula like this attacking diabetes head-on is wonderful, because we can deal with it from a treatment mode. We can also deal with it with a prevention mode. So balancing out those blood sugars, reducing the appetite and cravings that so many of us battle. We rescue eat, and this is the way to really block that. It's a delicious drink. You simply mix up the powder before you eat, and then you drink it, and then you eat. And if you forget, just take it afterwards. It's no problem. Number 3, because of it keeping insulin levels so low, people notice a natural boost in their energy, but there's no stimulants in it of any kind. And that extra energy oftentimes cultivates the desire to exercise. People literally feel like going for a walk, exercising more than what they've ever done in the past, which simply accelerates the results. And finally, improving the gastrointestinal system. Our westernized society and other westernized societies around the world strip their diets from fiber, and as a result, they have bowel troubles, just as much constipation as loose, irritable bowel. This helps modulate that, smooth out the mountains and the valleys with rolling hills, and bowel function improves dramatically. People increase their satiety, meaning they simply feel full. So a home run product. We have the comfort to know that it's been in our physician's deference now for several years, certainly the current one as well as many of the other formulations. And it's a home run. So if you're a healthcare provider tonight, take a look very seriously. I think you'd be very impressed. So I am, and my commitment is 100% with this. So thanks for having me, Jim, and back to you.
Hey, Neil, let's talk a little bit about, so in your practice with all your patients then over the years, is this better than most statin drugs that you've seen?
Well, what we see is if they're already on a statin, I leave them on it, and then we add BioSlice Slim to the mix. It doesn't even matter if they're on diabetes medicines. But as a result of that, their cholesterol numbers improve dramatically, and oftentimes we're reducing, cutting them in half, usually within a month. And in many cases, we're allowed to eliminate the statin because the cholesterol levels are at goal. They don't need the medicine. So we focus on healing here, getting rid of the underlying cause of the elevated cholesterol, getting rid of the underlying cause of the elevated blood sugars, because that extra weight we carry around our waist. And we're reducing not just statin medications for cholesterol, Jim, but we're also reducing diabetes medications, and in some cases being able to eliminate it. So home run.
Wow. And Dr. Neil, I couldn't believe, how we knew February was it was just growing and growing throughout the month of February, but at the end, even with the short month, our teams had major increases. How about your February? How did it go for you and your organization?
Absolutely. We grew significant numbers in February, and that's pretty wild, because that's a short month. Here you got 28 days when typically there's 30 and oftentimes 31. So even with 2 extra days being eliminated, we did see a significant bump, and it all goes back to the product working so well. So we've got a blockbuster here, and I expect the future to be very bright for us, especially this month coming up as people are heading into the swimsuit season, if you will, the second quarter of the year. And then, of course, with last month was Heart Health Month, so this month, I love what you said about March being the gladness month, because that's exactly where we are. So now's the time to get going on it, everybody.
Dr. Neil, you got a huge organization, and it's all because you care so much about people getting results. You're definitely making life better. And at the end of our webinar, folks, we've got we're going to show the events. Wait till you see our March Gladness Tour that's coming up. Dr. Neil, you're going to San Antonio this month. What day was that this month?
That's going to be Tuesday, Tuesday, March 22nd, and then I'll be in Houston at the very end of the month, the last day of the month. So Texas, here I come.
Wow, San Antonio and Houston. And, folks, we've got at the end of our webinar, we've got an incredible slide that you're going to want to see, the March Gladness Tour. Well, there's so many events this month. So if everybody thought that they had their best February, wait till you see how big March goes here with the March Gladness Tour. So who do you know in Texas to see Dr. Neil here in San Antonio and Houston? And by the way, folks, Dr. Neil speaks on our Monday night primetime calls, on our conference calls every Monday night. He co-hosts with T. Gray and myself. We really appreciate all you do, Dr. Neil.
Thanks again, and I appreciate all your leadership and the great things we're doing together.
We certainly are having a lot of fun here, helping people to make life better with this incredible life-changing product. And we're going to talk now about what Unicity has that's just phenomenal, folks. and this is what it's all about, the Get Slim Challenge. And it's free for everybody. So all the guests listening, you can take the Get Slim Challenge right after our webinar here tonight and fill out the free application. In the 90-day challenge, you can win up to $5,000. And the 180-day challenge, you can win up to $15,000. And in fact, we've got in January the 90-day grand prize winner, Cindy Laws. Look at the before and after pictures, folks. That's just in 90 days. Cindy losing 35 pounds, 25 inches. She's about half the size she used to be. She was on the local TV show there in South Carolina, where the VP of the Get Slim Challenge from Unicity surprised Cindy with the $5,000 bonus check. So I think we got Cindy online live here tonight. Cindy, are you there?
I am here, Jim. Can you hear me?
There she is. You're looking good.
Thank you, Jim. Jim, this has been just so exciting for me. Yes, I'm actually a size 8 now, and I've gone from a size 18, and it's been just wonderful. I'm going to let you in on a secret, Jim. It's not going to be a secret after tonight. Today, I sent my pictures in for my 180-day challenge, and I took it in a 2-piece swimsuit. And when I went to be fitted for that swimsuit, I kept complaining to my girlfriend Claire that these mirrors make people look small. Why do these people have these mirrors in here like this? And finally Claire looked at me and said, Cindy, that's how you look. And, and I looked at her and I said, is that how I look? And she said, yes. Jim, I cannot believe this. This is how I look. It's like I'm looking at somebody else because I've struggled with my weight all my life. And I was telling Claire, I said, I haven't been a size 8 since I was 8 years old. And so this is huge. Yeah, this is just so huge for me, Jim. And I'll tell you, what I love most about Unicity is that it gives the average person 2 big opportunities to help other people. We can help other people become healthier by helping them to lose weight and giving them the solution to lose weight. And then in today's economy, we have an opportunity to help people with their finances. And, Jim, that to me is just so huge. So I love this company. I love what it's done for me in my life. It has absolutely changed my life. Talking about a Make Life Better company, this is it. So I'm so happy with it.
Well, Cindy, so that's what it's all about. Some key things you shared for the first time here tonight. So you said, going from an 18 now to where you're an 8, and you said you haven't been a size 8 since you were 8 years old?
Well, Jim, I was being a little sarcastic. I can't ever remember being a size 8. So I just said since I was 8. But I can never remember that. In high school, I was larger than I am now. And so this is just huge, Jim, because I've struggled so much all my life with it. And this has been the easiest thing I've ever done to get myself back into shape. And so I'm just excited, and I just want to tell the world. I want to share it with everybody, and it's reflecting in my business. My business is growing. I have a great team here in South Carolina that stands behind me. It's expanded out of South Carolina, but the team that I have here is just incredible. And so they kept pushing me, and I was able to get 2 Team Builder bonuses in the shortest month of the year. February was my biggest month ever, and I just I attribute that to my team and to the leadership that you and T. Gray has given us, and so I'm happy. Thank you, Jim, so much for all that you do.
That is so folks, with the results like that, she got the 5,000, and again, those what you're seeing, folks, on the screen is 90 days. So you can imagine why it's so emotional, because it happened so quickly. But your team now is starting to grow. In fact, in February, you made another $3,500 in the Team Builder bonus plus the Fast Start. So you made $8,500 last month, and because of that, T. Gray is going to be coming to South Carolina, I guess, at the end of March. We're going to announce that at the end of the webinar, our events there. So you got another big event coming up here this month.
We do, and we're looking so forward to it. We're excited to have him come back and spend some time with us, and we're going to be ready for him.
All right. Well, congratulations, Cindy. Keep up the good work there, and we'll be talking to you soon. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dan. You're welcome.
Folks, that's what it's all about, what the Get Slim Challenge everybody can take. It's free, and now we've got another